Welcome back, Unfiltered with
Mamacita.
NG. How y'all doing? We took a little bit of hiatus. Had a busy week last week. We will make up for it. We will get, how many weeks are in the year? 52? Mm-hmm. We will get 52 episodes this year, if not more. But work was a little bit crazy, and then we stepped off to
Denver
for a quick little weekend trip. It was just myself and Mamacita. Went up and visited some family. Watched our nephew wrestle at his final high school senior state championship tournament, and he smashed. Took home first, won a state title, and
second year in a row.
Second year in a row, and now we're just waiting for him to continue to get offers from colleges and eventually make an acceptance. So that's where we've been at the past week and a half, 2 weeks.
Scheduling conflicts with our special guests.
Yep, again. So we have a plan in action for them. So what's today's topic?
Life after the military.
As you can see, right, my shadow box is behind us or over my right shoulder. We don't have too much military stuff hanging in the house. I think that's it, and we have an anchor that's in our bedroom, but it doesn't have like a navy or anything on it. It's just an anchor on the wall.
Military specific, yeah. We have a couple flag artwork,
but nothing like my personal stuff. That's only the only thing that we have. But life after the military. So Halloween was officially my last day on active duty service Navy, but I had stepped away 6-7 months prior to the thanks of the command or me pissing off the CO. Either way, it happened, and I've been at Toyota going on 11 months, so I've been out in the Navy, unofficially, but officially 11 months, and we could say that a lot has changed. I personally think so.
Paychecks on the 1st and 15th aren't a thing anymore.
Nope. So it's definitely, if you have been like us the last 18, going on 19 years of marriage and 20 years of being together, we've always done our bills on the 1st and the 15th. Split them up. So whenever we got paid, we had bills left over on the 1st, or money left over after the bills were paid on the 1st and the 15th. Well, we only get paid once from the military and then once from the VA on the 1st. So we get both those checks on the 1st, and it's a little different. It's, just how paychecks are. It's just different on how we have to
all the bills are still due when they're due, which we've split up. Everything that's due before the 15th gets paid with that first check. Everything that's due from the 15th to the end of the month gets paid on the 15th paycheck. Now, with getting the main checks, retirement and disability, on the 1st, it's just a matter of trying to figure out, do we pay everything all at once? Do we still pay everything that was just due on the 1st and then wait till the 15th and factor that in with Toyota checks? Or
which Toyota checks, they are every 2 weeks, and it's a constant rotation, off cycle or on cycle with the first paychecks. So some first we're getting 3 paychecks, some first we're only getting 2, but then we're getting paid the next week. So it's just the balancing act. It's a little bit different. because again, with Toyota, it's commission, so we're not always guaranteed a decent paycheck. Unfortunately, that's
this paycheck.
That's this month. This month is fucking horrible. I came in last March 20th, and one of my good buddies there, he had started a couple months prior, and he was getting ready to just like fizzle out. But once I showed up, he had hit a good number at above national average, which is 8 a month, and then he just skyrocketed from there, and myself as well. So I've been there. It's been consistent the last 9 months. What?
How you going?
Oh, it's been consistent, the first 9 months, but then January was a little rough. We'll be honest, right? I made like $4 or $5 I think it was, in January, and some people will say that's good money. It is. Don't get me wrong. It's good money, but we are averaging closer to like 8 or 9, and that's take home for the first 9 months. So it was very good. But the last 2 months have been eye opening in the business, and
having to make that adjustment.
Yeah, make the adjustment. I'm going from I literally just I paid today $824 for 2 weeks. You do the fucking math. I worked over 120 hours. We'll say I worked 100 and this last week, so I took 2 days off. I worked 100 hours. We'll say. So do the fucking math and tell me if that's good or whatnot. I'm not complaining. I got a paycheck though, so I sold 1.5 units, 1.5 cars, and I made $824. So I'm blessed, and that's it's just part of the business and adjusting to civilian life. Definitely not gonna quit. Next month I get fucking PTO, my first official week of PTO, and we're gonna use that on our trip to Mexico in about a month and 5 weeks, right? 6 weeks. We'll be in Mexico with some familia. But yeah, balance, work-life balance after military. It's I probably work more than I have the last 6 years of being in the military. So that's definitely an adjustment. But we still tend to find quite a bit of time to be able to spend with each other. Something that I didn't push for. I think it just kind of fell in line this time. She's working out with me this year, and I get to spend a little bit more time with her in the morning, so it's not me just going to the gym, coming home, she having, the rest of my gear ready, and, we saying, hey, I love you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, and go to work. It's no, we actually, excuse me, you get to spend a lot more time, so I personally like it. It's better for me.
I'm still not used to getting up, even though I'm getting up at the same time as I do to get the kids up.
She's just way more active, so that's been a good transition after the military, because we've tried to work out in the past together, and it just didn't work at all.
It was too
bossy, and this time I'm with the flow. She pushed herself today. I wanted to take a picture or video of it, but I know she'll just say, hey, I know I did it, and act all fucking retarded.
Don't record me while I'm working out.
But she fucking pushed herself, and I was like, damn, good, atta girl, keep it going and stuff. And now I'm just more motivating and stuff like that, and grabbing her ass and shit. But what else after the military? How has it been for you? Because I'm home, obviously, more.
No,
ish.
you're not.
I'm home every night. I'm not gone in and out. I'm not in and out like that. That's
But you weren't on C duty. I mean, you were on C duty, but it wasn't like your past C duties where you were going on other days. And
now we know for sure that I'm not going anywhere. We're not moving unless we want to move. There's no deployments
I see him a lot less now than I did when he was active duty. Thanks to Toyota.
The last 6 months, or the last 6 years. Because the rest of the 14 years, I was gone for more than half of it, so you can't say that.
No, but where you were right before you got out, I'm seeing you less now. So that sucks, but I agree knowing that you're not going on a deployment or anything and that we're not going to be told we're moving without us wanting to actually move is a good thing.
It is, you know.
What about your stress level after military? Do you feel less stressed?
After starting November 1st, yes. Yes. A lot more. Yes. No stress. Minimal. Minimal stress. Life is definitely greener on the side of the field. I mean, in the military, there's always stress, you know. It's very uncertain. You just never fucking know. And I mean, you guys watch the news now. You know, I don't watch the news, but obviously I kind of pay attention to, you know, world events and key events. This thing with Russia and fucking Ukraine, you just never fucking know. You know, you got China, you know, potentially going to invade Taiwan because, you know, all that bullshit. And it's so unknown, you know, for us. In the civilian sector, it's so much easier because it is known, right? You know what you're expected to do every day. You know that you either got this 9-to-5 fucking job or that you're a stay-at-home spouse or you're a caretaker or whatever it is and stuff. So the stress level is extremely different, you know, being in the military vice being the civilian. But at the same time, I'll play devil's advocate. You know, I'm over here like, hey, you know, happy and shit, and which I am. I'm extremely happy and I'm extremely blessed. But there's a different side of it too. You know, life outside the military. There's stuff that us military people can relate to and talk about and or just flat out say or talk about, and it's just we're not going to get the same reaction out of you or, you know, a civilian than we are another veteran or military guy.
For example,
dark sick humor, like, I mean,
it depends on who you're talking to, because there are people that have
absolutely
a dark sense of humor that can get it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just there's, you know, certain things that you can speak to a military person about, right? That you just are not going to have the same type of conversation.
Yeah.
You are with somebody that has not been in, you know. Yeah, you can get these people that say, oh, yeah, you know, I tried to join the military. I wanted to, but they wouldn't let me in because I was too bad and this and whatever, you fucking pansy-ass fucking pussy. No, you weren't. You just didn't join the fucking military. If I could do it, anybody could fucking do it, all right? Let alone now, shit. A 10 for the ASVAB, get your ass in. So I don't want to fucking hear it, right? If you wanted to join the military, you could have joined the fucking military. But it's different. Again, your everybody's humor level, it's weird, you know. But at the same time, you know, back to the stress level. Come here.
Over here.
Back to the stress level, again, I pretty much stress free, but it's a different type of stress.
We don't have phone calls at 9 o'clock or later anymore.
That's a fucking plus. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to somebody's wife calling me because fucking Billy is fucking sick and the husband or fucking wife is belligerently drunk and doesn't want to do anything or whatever the fuck, I don't have to respond to no bullshit. Shit, I was gonna say something. You messed me up. Oh, something that is there is no, I don't give a fuck. Please find me a civilian job that has structure. Structure. Fuck. There's no structure in the civilian sector, and it's fucking like if I had hair, I'd pull it out right on my head because I'm not pulling this out.
He sounds surprised, but with every job I've had, he would complain to me about my job not having any structure.
It just, I don't. You think it would be easier to fire people or managers or the bosses would fire people because of, well, they're showing up late, they leave early, because they've been there 5 years or 10 years or 15, or some of them have been there 30, right? And they're still salesmen and or women. They feel like they're all like managers, but they're not, and they feel entitled, and there's entitledness in the military as well too, right? But you can get smacked into fucking reality really fucking quick. But in the civilian sector, I feel that, well, you guys are a little bit more of this big old fucking pussy. When you guys, it's serious. I can't count. I've been told on by a 63-year-old because he felt threatened, who actually threatened to kick my ass first, but then I proceeded to step forward, and then he went inside and told the managers, it's like, come on now. But, yeah, no structure in the civilian sector, at least where I work at or what I've seen from what she's dealt with. I mean, you could just go to any type of business and see that there should be structure, but it's just I guess there's minimal structure in the civilian sector, or there's, depending on where you work, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. You can now get big old butterfly eyelashes and shit in the Navy or military and have fucking, what was it? Oh, hands in pocket. Hey, get on it. Get on with the 2024 trends. Well, men have only been asking for a fucking beer in the military, but I mean, that's the only thing I'll advocate for active duty right now is, can the men at least get a fucking beard if women can get fucking whatever color hair they fucking want, whatever fingernail colors they fucking want. They can have them squared. They can have them fucking finger booty popping hole pointy and shit. And now they can have butterflies on their fucking eyelashes. It's real simple. Keep the men happy. Guys just want a fucking beard. That's fucking it.
Without having to put in
a chip. You would be surprised on how much more the morale would be in the military, but I'm post-military. I don't give a fuck. I'm just a big old advocate for mental health and PTSD and shit. So, post-military vacation is nice. We can get up and go wherever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want.
To a point,
True. To my point. Pretty much.
I like that he doesn't have to put in the request and like 75% chance it's going to be denied over you put it in and they're most likely going to give it to you. But he also is lucky to have a job where he doesn't actually have to put in the request. He can just give a heads up. Like on days he's got VA appointments and it's a little bit of a rough day, he'll call and be like, I'm not gonna be able to make it in, and they're like, no worries.
That's something definitely different, than in the
be
military.
Like, screw you, you got to be here.
Let alone trying to get to your appointment, because to make time and stuff, I'm very fortunate and blessed that Toyota and the managers that I work for allow me to and understand that some VA appointments are a lot more difficult for me to handle, and I have to take a day. I can't, it's mentally exhausting and draining where I can't go into work. If I do, it's just the 2 times I have done it, I've
highly irritable.
Yeah, I've had issues at work. So to prevent that, I've sat down with the managers, and obviously me and Tabitha talked, Mamacita talked, and we understand that it's just easier and better for me to go home when I'm having it's a rough appointment or whatnot. Like I had one the other day at work, but it was just
yesterday.
Was it yesterday? But I stayed just because it was not busy at all, and I wasn't expecting the appointment to go like that, but it did, and it wasn't nothing like bad or anything. It's just
he said he needed me. He needed his caretaker.
So yeah, there's just she kind of hit me with a question and stuff. I didn't know what this appointment was even about, whole health, and then we're like, what the fuck is whole health about? And
they called to schedule this appointment on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little preoccupied at the moment with our kids, and she's explaining like what this is over the phone, and did you get this information in the mail? I said no. Come to find out, I found it today. Envelope was opened. We were just kind of like, yeah, okay, sure, no, yeah. Scheduled it, and that was that. Like, we didn't really, there was just stuff going on around us that we couldn't really focus, and so.
It turned out to be a therapy session pretty much, and it was just, like I said,
while at work, on top of that.
Yeah, we have, I have in-person therapy starting
March
next month, but it's with her to be there as well, right? Because I'm at a point in my mental health where it's just it's pretty taxing. It's we're trying to work through a whole bunch of fucking shit, right? Of 20 years of military, transitioning into civilian life and being a full-time, father, and also again full-time husband, provider, right? And it's just it's a lot. It is to digest, because there's obviously there's stuff that
I have to go and answer the questions that I'm able to answer when he gets like this. But I'm sure we'll get a few more sessions in, and it's going to be questions that I'm not going to be able to answer. I'm just going to be there as a hand on the shoulder, holding your hand, giving him whatever kind of support he needs until he's able to get it out.
And obviously that's where the fuck we're at, right? There's just stuff that we don't keep secrets. We don't, that's something that we just don't do in our house. We obviously there's our children are going to keep some stuff from us, right? But we're a open book. You know, if they want to know something, we tell them, right? They can tell us anything. They can ask us anything, and we're just going to be honest and truthful about it, right? But there's just stuff, you know, obviously, that it's not that I've kept it from her. It's just I haven't told her or anybody.
Little pieces come out here and there over the years, but I know there's lots more in there. And when we went to the VA to get him set up with everything, healthcare wise, the guy that was getting him put into the system and everything told us that he tells everybody you guys all have a jar with stuff in it, and stuff comes out of the jar slowly to the wife or spouse, but there's stuff way down at the bottom of the jar that nobody will ever find out. And I understand that. I'm not expecting to know everything. Whenever you're ready.
So that's where we're at on mental health. Again, I'm a huge advocate of it. I am, because it's fucking rough. It is. It can eat you. It does. It eats me. It eats at me all the time. I don't sleep good. I sleep good, you know.
No, you don't.
So, and we're trying to, we're trying to cope ways, healthy ways, work out. We've been doing tea at night, kind of been slacking on that the last week or so, but, I've been doing tea at night, tea throughout the day. I've tried to cut out caffeine, because I have fucking restless legs and they fucking just move and move and move. I noticed that, have caffeine after fucking like 3 or 5. But, obviously, big, how you keep using the word, advocate for medical marijuana as well. I'm not on any medication currently. I just had major blood work. All my blood work ran. I had infectious disease run tests and shit, and I'm healthy. Everything is great. Creatinine levels a little high, but we've known that for a handful of years. I have borderline chronic kidney disease, but I don't. Again, we take medicine if we're sick. Take Tylenol. I don't take ibuprofen anymore because thanks to the fucking Navy, I got a fucking very thin stomach wall lining, and they fucked me up from taking all that.
Excedrin as needed.
Excedrin as needed for severe migraines, and I smoke weed and I function good. Some people will criticize it because I'm a recovering alcoholic. But I can tell you, Saturday, I have no desire to drink at fucking all. She almost pissed me off. It was me. I ordered a fucking drink for you. I told the guy that you wanted one with Sonia.
I told you.
And the other
came
guy,
back to the table, and this server comes with shots. Who had shots?
And it was tequila, and it was a double shot, and she like fucking waved it in. She didn't wave it in my face.
I smelled it, but when I brought it up, he also smelled it and had me move it to the other side.
So, but again, major advocate for mental health, PTSD, VA. Get your VA, you veterans. My brother-in-law, Yep, and we'll call you out, right, if you're gonna watch it, because your wifey, who we just saw up there in Denver, she said you're not enrolled in it, so you guys are fucking clowns.
Take advantage
Stop.
of your VA health care.
Yep, it is overwhelming at first, because at least where I've been, they want to help you and stuff. So go, but yeah. Go get your health care. Go get your money. What else? Yeah, we went to, so, I mean, traveling, right? Traveling's been easier. Denver, this last weekend, December, we were in fucking New York. Last month we were down in Orlando for the weekend. It's been a couple months that we've been in Miami.
It's been a while.
So, but we'd like to go down there during the more warmer months. Excuse me. We do have a big family trip to Cancun in a few handful of weeks, which we're extremely excited to spend the time with that family.
It will have been 19 years since I've been to Mexico.
I was in TJ in
No,
2007.
that's wrong. Oh yeah, 18, 19,
2008?
2004.
Yeah, 19, 20 years. So that's exciting. The kids are excited. The whole family is excited.
Their first time besides Canada being out of the country.
Yep. But for the kids after that, they'll be going back to Washington for a couple weeks
During summer break.
during summer break, and then for us, I think we're gonna just kind of stay local-ish. Nashville has been definitely on the list. Atlanta as well. I think Atlanta's a little bit more doable just because it's close. We could always go up to Charlotte. Jack always flies direct to Charlotte. But yeah, I think
Got
we'll
a
just
list of places we have to hit on the East Coast before we move.
yeah. But I think we'll stay in the Southeast region as far as
This year.
this year. Sorry. I'll say it now. I'm pretty sure my parents, my mom specifically, will either want Thanksgiving or Christmas at their new house whenever they do buy their new house, which is hopefully in the next month or so. So down there in Arizona. So, but as far as that, nothing really planned. Maybe a trip down to Secrets in the next month or two. Well, maybe after
South
Mexico.
Beach, where I can actually wear shorts.
Yep.
Go on the beach.
Yeah. But life's been good post-military. Work life is good. Mental health is a lot better.
Work in progress.
Working always, same thing with physical and emotional is always a work in progress. Kids just got home. If you guys are hearing stuff in the background, they're chips and eating.
Trying to be quiet.
Trying to for
this
us.
mic picks up some sound.
Yes, I know I got one shoe on, one shoe off, right?
That must be part of your mental.
Oh, yeah, my mental health. No, one of my coping mechanisms, and that's what I looked for. I don't know if I started to get teary-eyed, putting my glasses on or
Sunglasses.
and or this.
Cupcake. Yes, I get on him with that because I can hear it.
Yeah.
It Sounds rough.
But
She wants her spot back. Come on.
come on, clown. Come on. We are hoping to eventually have some guests on here, right? But who knows? I'm not going to hold my breath on Bearded John. But one thing, post-military, I do feel like we have seen quite a bit of family since we've been retired. No? You don't think
I
so?
think you're thinking of your retirement.
No, we saw your parents beforehand, right? My parents were down beforehand. Were they not?
They came for your birthday.
Yeah.
Your parents did.
And your parents were here at least 12 months before, so...
But you said post-military.
Oh, whatever. Well, I'm thinking like...
Thinking?
I'm thinking like, 11 months. But anyways, we do want to see more family, obviously. We're here for a couple more years in Jax. Looking towards the future, Arizona is definitely
In the running.
big time.
But who knows if that's actually true, because before we came here, Texas was where we were going.
Yeah, Texas is still too far. I mean, if we're gonna be far, then
We might as well stay here.
no,
Go further south.
Well, yeah, bingo. Further south, Colombia.
Oh, that south.
Yeah. So, or somewhere foreign, overseas, but
Greece.
maybe. What about your mental health?
My mental health.
How is your mental health post-military?
Regarding you
No,
in military,
no.
it's
Just regarding
better. But not working and not seeing you as much, it's got some work that needs to be done.
Why do you use the word work?
That my mental health needs work,
No, you use the word like work, like she wants to work, like work.
because
Not on her mental health, but like work on her mental health, yes.
I
but
need to
also
work on my
wants to
mental
work.
health, but my mental health needs work partly because I'm not working.
She tried to Dr. Zeus me.
This guy can't say Seuss without whispering it. I don't know if any of you caught that. I did not try to Dr. Zeus him. No. Working helped, and not working and being at home without other adult interaction is taking a toll.
I mean, I could quit.
And what are we gonna do?
I mean, me and you can do an OnlyFans all day, every day. I mean, you can't keep your hands off me anyway,
That's
so.
not the adult interaction I'm talking about.
Keep telling yourself that.
Anyway. No. Yeah. My beach buddy is too busy, and going to the beach by myself is no fun. Even though it's somewhat relaxing. It's no fun without my beach buddy.
I can quit.
But then we won't get to our goals as quickly as we want to.
If we put in a full
Although,
effort.
with these checks that you've been getting this
We
month.
can make more NOF. She's tripping. I'd rather do that than stand outside for fucking 8 hours and deal with fucking potential assholes. I got a fucking 353 credit beacon and fucking $5 down, and they want to fucking.
And that come in at 7:30.
Yeah, and they want
when he's off at 8.
$85,000 fucking Sequoia or fucking Tundra. Like, get the fuck out of here, Cindy. The fuck.
Trying to get to that point where deal's done, you just have to sign papers and then back out at last minute, and he's home an hour and a half after he was supposed to be home.
2 hours almost. So part of the business, I guess. But I mean, we do all if I'm always gonna get mine. So twice with the money too.
Anyway.
Anything else change? Any major changes post military?
With you?
For you or
For
us?
me.
Us.
No.
You. Mommy makeover, obviously. She got.
That was not necessarily just you retired, let me do it.
No, it wasn't. No, but I suppose military.
It happened post-military.
Happened post-military. Bought a Cutlass in the shop, almost ready to come out. So we're enjoying our fruits of our hard work and labor. The kids are too. They're happy. They're healthy. It's obviously a blessing being able to spend more time with them as they grow older, and then wanting to spend more time with us and us getting to know them more. And I've actually, I was always the aggressor and the punisher as a parent. So I think being out of the military, I don't want to say it's calmed me down, but I won't say I get worked up as much with the kids. Miha, I've never really had to. Obviously, if I stand up or I have to go, raise my voice like that, not much. She would. That was enough for her. But I'm more or less talking. My relationship with Miho has, I think personally, has gotten a lot fucking better. We get to spend a lot more time with each other. And obviously, they're both teenagers, right? 15 and one's going to be 17 tomorrow. But they're young adolescent adults still trying to figure out who they are and who they want to be. So, it's been really amazing to watch and be able to build that bond and relationship back. Because it had been so distant, being in the military. Obviously,
All the coming and going.
Especially with as soon as he was born, it was literally gone. And
we were home for a couple years straight.
2.
Yeah, and then it went to. So he was used to having you. And then all of a sudden you were gone.
But it's gotten a lot better. It is. So that's obviously a pro. I don't think there's Colin. I guess the camaraderie. Camaraderie is another one that lacks in the civilian sector. It's not as
big of a thing.
In the civilian sector, there's you get your couple guys that hang out with each other, outside of work and stuff like that, but it's not those big old fucking house parties or whatever event it is, major barbecue pay-per-view event, whatever, pre-deployment, post-deployment, fucking get-together, family get-togethers, like
birthday parties
you have in the military. So that's one thing that we kind of miss, and it's huge for us again because we're so family-oriented. that we want to be involved in those events and stuff like that, and it's just something that we, you know, admire and envy and are a little jealous of when we see all our family back home doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we want to be a part of it, and we can only be a part of it, you know, through social media at the moment. But, you know,
We don't go out and do stuff with people, so we don't have very many close friends to. Military's done now, so you don't have. You're in the military. He's got his command that they all do stuff together, and so we don't have that anymore. And now it's like, okay.
And that's, you know, that's something that we're obviously trying to do without traveling. You know, obviously, you know, we can't go to New York every weekend and just see our buddy and stay with our buddy Mike up there, Michael, or go to fucking Denver and see our sister and family up there, or Seattle or Arizona and see our sisters or brothers and up there in Washington. You know, we want local, you know, and it's just, that's something that we're working on. Obviously, we are, but it's going to take some time.
What?
I mean,
looking at me all weird.
We struck out again.
Oh.
I think we struck out.
We found. I forgot we haven't done a podcast since we spoke to her. We found the gym girl.
We did?
Deanna is her name.
No last name. I won't tell you what gym. Won't tell you what race.
But we found her. I don't know where I was going with that. Just that we found her. Had her over for dinner.
What? To the house?
To the house.
How?
Pretty awkward.
How that? But it wasn't.
No, the dinner wasn't awkward. It was just, we finally saw her at the gym. Garrett went to the restroom to put his sweater away or to go to the bathroom. I don't remember. And he comes back and he was like, I think I saw her. I think she's here. And I was like, what? He was like, I think I saw her walk into the bathroom. I was like, you didn't look at her face? And he was like, it was just like a quick side profile thing. And I was like,
not creeping.
Oh my gosh. And so he's standing there like giving me this look, and I'm just like, we're just looking at each other back and forth for like a good minute. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So I go to the bathroom. She wasn't in the bathroom. I went into the women's only area, which is connected to the bathroom. I peek in. It's like completely empty. I peek further in, and she's the only one in there, and I backed out real quick. And then peeked in because I didn't want it to make it look like I was looking for her, and then was like, oh, there she is. So then I came back out and told him, I was like, yep, that was her. And then wrote a note. Felt awkward as heck going up to her on the Stairmaster and was like, do you remember my husband? You remember Garrett? She's like, yeah. And I was like, we wanted you to have this. And then walked away. And then later that day,
She messaged.
And we invited her over for dinner. Completely spacing on everybody's part on the initial interaction that it was Valentine's Day. So we had her over for dinner on Valentine's Day. And yeah, we all had a good laugh on how it happened. She found her shout out on was it episode 1 or 2?
1 or 2.
Yep.
It was a good dinner. It really was. There was connection there. You know, I personally seen it between this one and her, and I loved it, right? Because known her for a long time, right? She had her close group of girlfriends in middle school and then high school. But post high school,
I'm an introvert, so everybody went their separate ways, and I
had her mom. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Because I love mom, right? And, I'm a mama's boy myself. But it's just, she needs more girlfriends our age, right? And that's kind of like the hope, right? We all joke, right? Obviously, it's a joke, but not a joke, right? We're very lighthearted. We're joking, but not joking that, hey, if there's one out there, there's one out there, taking applications, right? But the friendship aspect of it is what would be most gratifying with it, right? And again, D, she was there was definitely, it was the most awkward thing that turned out to be fucking just a very lighthearted and very a great 2-3 hour dinner conversation, so it was, that's what we're looking for, if we don't vibe, we don't vibe, but if we do, then we do. We're easy, outgoing people, and
just making friends as an adult is hard.
it fucking is. Like, god damn, like, can we just go back down to San Diego or and live in Temecula and fucking get back with the group of San Diegoans that we fucked with back in like 2008 or 2017? Because it's just, it's post-military and being an adult, it's kind of hard to make friends, We got at work, right, there's 20-year-olds would definitely hang out with them, right? But at the same time, it's just like there's definitely
that was always my thing with
a gap of not maturity, but just the levels of life, right?
That's maturity as well.
And whether
everywhere I worked, it was people way younger than me, and I'm just like,
well, people just have
friends,
different mindset, and that's why I say level of life or whatever, they might be content with whatever the fuck it is, and we're not content with what we have,
but mid-30s hanging out with like barely 21
and still living at home with their parents and shit.
It's
yeah. So it is definitely difficult.
You're closer to my kids' age than mine.
Great thing is that we fucks with each other, and we can definitely go anywhere and have a fucking good time. So
true.
We had plans with some friends today that fell through, but we're like, fuck it, let's go. We're gonna do us.
We adapted.
We did.
And overcame.
And we always do. So, but the post-military, I would say we're just more funner. And we're looking for that more funner shit. So, let it get the fucking coming over here and let's have a lot more funner.
Anyway.
Anything else post-military?
I think we covered it all that I can think of right now.
Again, a huge advocate of mental health. Didn't really want this topic to be overwhelmed by mental health, but obviously, post-military, post 20-year career, a lot of it has to do with mental health and transitioning, and there's a lot of shit that you gotta take care of. But prior to you getting out, and even the next 160 days when you do get out and prior to you running out of healthcare and shit like that, and getting enrolled into VA healthcare or whatever. So again, big advocate for mental health.
Don't just wait till the end when you're getting ready to get out.
No. And we did it.
Mental health
right.
should come first from day one, whoever, wherever you are.
It should, and a lot of us, we put it on the back burner, but eventually some of us all come to a head and hit a dead stop. And you're either gonna come crashing down, and you're going to be a statistic of a number 22 that's been branded in people's head that think about it and or know about it, right? And just be vigilant for that cry for help, whether it's in a meme, a text message, a post, a phone call, different way they walk or move throughout the day, or whatever, how they're functioning. Get help. Fuck the pills, but if the pills help you, then let it balance your life out. Me, again, I don't like it. I've already told my doctor I will not take anything. I do not want to take anything. Obviously, it's to a point if it comes to where she thinks that I fucking need it, right? I need it more than just the weed, then I will think about it.
Discussions will be had.
But until then, no. So mental health, PTSD, VA healthcare, VA enrollment, and medical and recreational marijuana. Smoke that shit, because ain't nobody been killed on that shit. So smoke it. And
make sure you're getting the good stuff though, and not the stuff that's...
Yes, get it legally, right, at a dispensary, not off this knockoff shit that these young ass kids are buying on the websites and shit like that, because that shit's dangerous as fuck. Just get it legally from a dispensary. And then you can eat some sour gummy bears from motherfucking Bucktown Buc-ee's, or whatever the fuck it is that you get your munchies on. But fitness, you already know I'm with it. So stay healthy, stay active. That's a big help in my mental health and just my daily life and routine to make it through my day. It gets my day started. It gets my endorphins running and going, and that's just something that I love. And just watching her fucking move. Oh my god, seeing her sweat stains on the fucking machines and shit. Ow!
Okay. I don't like his sweat stains.
But she sits on them.
Anyway.
With that said, hey, thank you again for watching another episode of Unfiltered with
Mamacita.
Angie. Nothing but peace and love.
Bye,
Y'all
guys.
be easy.